All right, welcome back to Malik Cunningham franchise here on Madden 24. It's the first week of the 2026 season. Let's set our season goal here. We're going to go for making the playoffs, which we did not do last year. So, hoping to make the playoffs this year. And of course, we're in a tough division. We've got the Dolphins and the Bills. And I mean, the Jets haven't really been too competitive, but Dolphins and the Bills tough to compete with, of course. Already assigned my scouts off screen, so we'll get into the opening day keys, and then we'll take another look at this team. And I think the key is going to be stifling defense. And I guess we're disrupting the pass because that's what I accidentally hit. Allow less than 200 passing yards. Well, hopefully we can do that. And we'll take a look at the team here. We've got a pretty good offensive line. Our superstar guy here is Matt Brown at left tackle. And then we've got Joel Bitonio. We've got Ware at right tackle, who I think we moved over from left tackle at one point. Not a lot of depth on our offensive line, but our starters, as long as they stay healthy, we should be fine. And then we've got our superstar X Factor player in his second year, Alex Good. Not a great route runner. That deep route running at 58 is bad, but pretty fast. Great catching the ball. He can get into the open field, get open. He can make big plays. And then the backup is going to be Brevin Jordan. He's pretty solid enough for a tight end, too. Of course, our wide receivers are pretty good. We've got Garrett Wilson, Jamison Williams. We've got Marvin Mims, Trent Boone, who's in his second year, star development. But then we've also got Abraham, who's going into what is actually his third year, Tyreek Abraham, and I don't know that we need that many wide receivers. We've got a lot of strong wide receivers here, and then of course Malik Cunningham is our quarterback, and then we've got Ramondre Stevenson, and behind him is Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who's a pretty good backup. Got a rookie fullback, Cam Randolph. He's got star dev. Might look to get him on the field a little bit. But I don't know that we need to keep all of these wide receivers. I mean, we've got 5 really solid guys. Might look to trade one of them mid-season. We've got Jabril Peppers, who lost his superstar X Factor. We've got Matt Sharp, who's a superstar. Kyle Duggar this year's up to superstar X Factor, or he's up to just superstar, just regular superstar at corner. And then we've got Christian Gonzalez. We've got our rookie, Antoine Aldridge, who's going to be our slot corner. Secondary, I feel pretty good about. And then behind him is somebody who's been good for us, Marcus Jones. So I feel good at corner. I feel good with our secondary as a whole. And then linebacker is another position we're really pretty good at. Will Anderson, Patrick Queen, Josh Uche. Behind him is Bentley. Perkins in there sometimes. And then the defensive line, we've got Kwity Paye. We've got Langford, who's a rookie. We've got Greenfield in at D-tackle. Aiden Hutchinson. Carter's playing behind some of those guys. Barmore's playing behind some of those guys. We've got a lot of depth on the defensive line, that's for sure. Special teams, we went out and got Evan McPherson. We've got Ryan Stonehouse. We feel really good at kicker and punter. And then Marvin Mims going to be slot corner. Edwards-Helaire, the third down back. Power back is Ramondre Stevenson. Kwity Paye, rush right end. Aiden Hutchinson, rush left end. Barmore going to be the rush D tackle. Patrick Queen at sub linebacker. And then Aldridge, as we already mentioned, is going to be our slot corner. Maybe he wins Rookie of the Year. We don't know what his dev trade is. We don't know if it'll go up. He may already be Superstar X Factor for all we know. So we'll defend the short pass against Tua. Don't know how good of an idea that is. And I guess we'll go inside run. And we've already moved around our focus players a little bit here. We're going to get into the practice drill here with Malik Cunningham. Hopefully we can get gold. It would be nice to get him up to star dev this season. Don't know how long we're really going to have him before he starts regressing. Looking good in this drill already, though. And he's got a lot of great wide receivers. Lost a couple of games last season down the stretch and really kept us out of the playoffs. So. And apparently I left the pocket, so that's going to be a problem. Going to have to build that multiplier back up. If we want to get at least silver here, hopefully we can get gold. That's a touchdown. That's caught by Jameson Williams. It's going to get us silver. Got that multiplier back up to ×6. Now it's at ×7. Mims going to get down towards the goal line here. That one's caught by Garrett Wilson. That's going to be a clutch catch to get us gold here. And we've got gold in our first practice drill of the season. Show me a dev trade upgrade. Nope, just 750 XP. That's okay. Still a nice little XP boost. Hopefully no injuries in practice here. A dislocated shoulder for, looks like it's going to be Boone. If I followed. Sometimes I have trouble seeing these rows in the chart there for the injured players. But Aiden Hutchinson with an upgrade. We're going to go run stopper. +1 block shedding. +4 pursuit is nice. Our defensive tackle, Michael Langford, has an upgrade. We're going to get +2 block shedding, +1 tackle. His block shedding could be a little better. His finesse moves is really bad at 50. 93 strength, though. 86 acceleration. Only 60 speed, but he gets up to that 60 speed pretty quickly. We can get that block shedding into the 80s, maybe. Maybe get his power moves up a little more, too. He could be a decent defensive tackle. Go ahead and get into the game here against the Dolphins. This video will not be going up right after I'm done. I think I'm going to delay it till later in the morning here. It's pretty late as I'm recording this. So, I think I'm going to set this to upload later, but that doesn't really matter for anyone watching. It'll already be up, obviously, if you're watching it. So we've got a good defense. We've got a really good offense. If we can cut down on the turnovers this season, I think we're in prime shape to do well. So going to be raining here in this game. Of course, I always turn the ball over a lot, so hopefully we can cut down on some of that. I need to get better at the game. I need to stop making bad reads. Not force the ball where it doesn't need to be. Looks like we're going to get the ball to start the game. And it's been a while since I've played as Malik Cunningham in this. I've been trying to get through the end of Brown's franchise. Abraham, of course, is still our kick returner. And I was talking about trading one of our receivers possibly, but don't know if it would be Abraham with the fact that he's our kick returner. So gonna hand it off to Ramondre Stevens, and he's gonna pick up 6. He's a big, powerful running back, so definitely gonna look to get him the ball a lot this year. He's gonna not really get much on that one. We go no huddle here. Malik Cunningham barely gets that one away. And it's going to be 4th down. So I think we're going to have to punt here. Rainy game here. Maybe that affects their ability to throw the ball. In the game, I don't know how much the rain's actually going to play a factor. I mean, probably not much. They still have Tua. Some of my other franchise series, Tua has left the Dolphins, but he's still here in Malik Cunningham franchise. There's Langford, our rookie defensive tackle. He can't make a play on the running back, who was eventually chased down after a gain of 25. That's Devon A-Chain. We know how good he is from our Browns franchise where we traded for him. They're going to hand it off again here. Only going to pick up about 3 that time. Of course, our big free agent signing was Kwity Paye on the defensive line. Tua going to get it out for a 1st down. Aldridge on the tackle, the rookie. We're going to hand it off again here. Looks like Kyle Duggar made the tackle on that one. They got about 3. They're going to get another pass for a 1st down here. Tua 2 for 2 for 36 yards already on their 1st drive. And I'd like to get a little more pressure with Langford here, but he's just not getting off the ball here. And now he gets some pressure. Going to force a bad pass from Tua, his 1st incompletion. Not really a bad pass, but just really a throwaway. There's a nice stop again. Was complete, but only for about a yard. We're going to have Aldridge blitzing on this one. And that one's complete, and that's a touchdown. Michael Thomas. We'll take a look at the Dolphins team after they get the ball back the next time. I mean, we could go ahead and take a look at them when we get the ball, but I think it might be a little more interesting to wait till they have the ball. Gonna get it out to the 23 here. Malik Cunningham gonna throw it underneath Jameson Williams. That's dropped. Malik Cunningham looking to go deep here, and it's overthrown. 0 for 3 passing so far is Malik Cunningham. Gonna look to go play action here. Throw it deep. That's caught by Garrett Wilson. And he's gonna go all the way for a touchdown on the play action pass. Evan McPherson gonna add the extra point here. And he's got abilities, so our kick meter is very slow. 3 plays, 20 seconds. Stonehouse is going to come out and kick it off for us. And with him, it's a touchback most of the time. Well, let's go ahead and take a look here at who the Dolphins have. They've got Tua, obviously. Backup is Mac Collins, who they drafted, and then Bobby Anthony, who they also drafted. So those guys don't play, though. Devon Achane. Backup is Joe Winter, and Corin Taylor is the backup, but nobody nearly as good as Devon Achane. Ryan Nall at fullback. Tyreek Hill's still here. Jalen Waddle's here. Darren Langford is the third string guy. But then they've also got Michael Thomas. And Sky Moore is here as well. And then 2-year drafted player Aaron McLean, as well as Elijah Higgins. Roman Peterson at left tackle. He's been in the league for a year. He's not real great. Kendrick Green. Connor Williams, the center's pretty good. Daniels, and then Booth. So it's really not a great offensive line. So maybe we can look to get some pressure. Marquez Freeman. And then how is he starting? He's somehow starting at left end and right end. They must have an injury. LaShawn Golvin at D tackle. Bradley Chubb's still here. Jerome Baker's here. Jalen Phelps is here. Jalen Ramsey. But then the talent really drops off with Dave Adkins, Cam Smith, Joshua Williams. Javon Holland, he's good. He's still here. And Julian Love at strong safety. Kicker is 67 overall, Braxton Burton. So, and then they've got a pretty bad punter too. So if they need to make a long field goal, it's probably not going to happen. But Tua getting it out quickly. Hopefully we can start to get some pressure, but if Tua's going to get the ball out quickly, it might be hard to get very much. We make the tackle, but that's a first down. And it would be great to win this game, especially being a divisional game. But it's going to be tough against these Dolphins. Especially with Tua throwing the ball like that. That's picked off, though, by Kyle Duggar. A diving interception. Not really sure where he was throwing that ball, but we've got to take another look at that one. I don't do instant replay a lot, but look at this. It's play action. And he's thrown it underneath, but the ball is wild. It's about several. It's a couple of yards off of where it needs to be, unless maybe he's. I mean, it's just the ball's just off, and so Kyle Duggar dives and intercepts it. Look at this, and now we've got a chance to take the lead here. Gonna go read option with Malik Cunningham. Don't like running it with him a lot. Definitely don't want him to get injured because we don't have anybody behind him. And now he's fumbled the ball, but we get it back. And we're just going to look to set up a screen here on no huddle. That one's incomplete as Ramondre Stevenson got caught up on somebody there. I'm going to look to get this to Garrett Wilson here. Over the top of everybody. That's a first down. 2 for 6 for 100 yards from Malik Cunningham. And now we're going to go outside zone with Edwards-Helaire here. Might look to get him just a little more involved this season. He is going to be our third down back. He is better as a third down back than Ramondre Stevenson, apparently. So Stevenson really the power back. Edwards-Helaire really adds a lot of speed to the team. So didn't really like. I was looking to throw it to the tight end, but I didn't really like it. Gonna throw it to him now, and that's caught by Alex Good. Gonna get us down to the 5-yard line here. Was looking to check it down to Ramondre Stevenson, and we end up doing that. But I think that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter here, and I think we're just going to try to run the ball and barrel it into the end zone with Ramondre Stevenson. Playing in Miami, of course, with all this rain. On Monday Night Football, no less. We'll try to run it in with Stevenson here. And we get a couple of blocks, but that forces Stevenson back inside. Gonna just get back to the line of scrimmage here. 3rd and goal. I think we're gonna look to throw the ball here. Malik Cunningham going to roll out, taking himself. That's a touchdown. He's got a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown here. So we take the lead. Ten plays, we go 57 yards. Miami going to get the ball back here. Gonna hand it off, and that one stopped. That was Langford, our rookie D tackle. His first tackle for loss of the season. First tackle of the season, period. And Barmore's barreling down on Tua. He's going to throw it away. Probably could have had a sack there, but not able to wrap up Tua. He was able to get away from the pressure. We're going to blitz here with Patrick Queen. Getting some more pressure on Tua. That one's out a little bit before he wanted it, I'm sure. It's going to bring up a 4th and 14. Miami's going to punt. Abraham back to return. He's got some speed. He picks up a few yards. Going to bring it out to the 42 here. And Malik Cunningham's playing an excellent game here. Started off a little slow, but has had some big plays. We're going to hand it off to Ramondre Stevenson. He only gets 2. He's got 5 rushes for 11 yards. It's not been great. Definitely not been great. And Malik Cunningham fumbles the ball again. And for the second time, we get the ball back. Gonna throw it out to Good again here. He reaches up with that tall frame and catches the ball. He's so big, and he can just go up and get the ball. Gonna hand it off to Edwards-Helaire here, and that's maybe the best run of the game. He's got 2 rushes for 18 yards. Gonna hand it off to Ramondre Stevenson here. He breaks a tackle. Doesn't get much of anything, though, and it's still going to be 3rd and inches here. We're going to hand it off again. Hope he can pick up the first down. He does. He's got 7 rushes for 12 yards now. Has not really been able to move the ball, but we're going to stick with it. I hope it sets up the play action a little bit here. And we just barely get that one away, almost in the range of being intercepted. Would like to start the season with a game with no interceptions from Malik Cunningham. Something he really doesn't get much. Throws that one away. Just barely getting it away before he's nearly sacked. Gonna roll away from the pressure. He's sacked, though. At least he doesn't turn it over. A 56-yarder for Evan McPherson. That one's no good. Somehow he missed it. Came out wobbly. Did I maybe move the arc away when I went to kick it? I don't know. I don't know what happened. But the Dolphins are going to get the ball back here. Barmore, now he gets the sack. Missed one earlier. I think that's the first sack of the year for this defense. We're going to take Greenfield this time. They're going to run a draw on 3rd and 14. I'm going to call a timeout here. I'd like to get the ball back with just a little bit more time. Going to give us closer to 3 minutes instead of closer to 2 minutes here. Going to pick up a few, get it out past the 20 there. It's Abraham. And right now, I'm just glad Malik Cunningham hasn't turned the ball over yet. Hopefully, we can go the rest of this game without turning the ball over. So, gonna get it out to Good again. He's gonna pick up a first down. We'll go no huddle here. Go play action again here. Gonna check it down underneath, but the receiver can't catch up to it. Go slants here, just check it down to Edwards-Helaire. He picks up big yards after the catch. Only 7 completions, but 180 yards on those completions. It's going to take us to the 2-minute warning here. Would like to at least get into field goal range. I always say that, and then we end up with a touchdown. Every once in a while, we don't. We only get the field goal. Going to get it underneath to Mims. That's 200 yards already for Malik Cunningham. I think if he keeps this up, he could hopefully be looking at a dev trait scenario next week. Gonna throw it deep to the end zone. That's caught by Garrett Wilson. His second touchdown of the day. And we're gonna take a 21-7 lead here as long as we make this extra point. $200 yards passing for Malik Cunningham in the first half here. Really haven't been able to run the ball like I would like to, so. Edwards-Helaire's had a couple of okay runs. But Ramondre Stevenson's just been doing almost nothing for us today. So. I think I'd like to try to run more in the second half, but the passes worked so well, it's hard to get away from them. And Tua launching it down the field. That's knocked out at the last second by Christian Gonzalez. Thought it was going to be a really big play there. Ends up being incomplete. Tua throws it short, and that's complete. Ends up running for a first down. Michael Thomas has 5 catches for 54 yards. We really haven't let Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle do a whole lot, but Michael Thomas has been doing a lot. And there's a sack from Kyle Duggar. He had several sacks last year. Able to get pressure on those blitzes. Going to bring up a 2nd and 20. We've still got 2 timeouts if we want to try to get the ball back here. Miami actually going to call a timeout even though it's 3rd and 18 now. Going to call a timeout just to hand off the ball. We're going to call a timeout. And we're going to try to block this punt. Doesn't usually go well, but Peppers tried to block it, but he just couldn't quite get there in time. We'll have the ball at the 27. Garrett Wilson with 3 catches for 134 and 2 touchdowns. Almost certainly, if Malik Cunningham doesn't get a dev trait scenario, you would think that maybe Garrett Wilson could get one. He keeps up playing like this. We throw it out to Good there, and he just can't quite get it. Throwing it out to Garrett Wilson again, and it's lucky that was only knocked down and not intercepted. I'm going to go by formation here because I would Prefer to throw it here. I really don't want to run the ball. Gonna get it out over the middle, but that's incomplete. And we'll punt. I mean, if we would have just run the ball there, we wouldn't have gotten much anyway. Miami could have called a timeout and we'd still be punting the ball, so might as well try to pick up the first down. They've got 18 seconds here. They could pretty easily get into field goal range with a decent completion. Would need more than 4 yards though, and now they only have one timeout, so they'd probably need maybe about 15 yards here. Of course, they don't have a great kicker either, so they're going to call another timeout here. Maybe they get out of bounds here and can kick a field goal. Gonna throw it deep here. 5 seconds, it's 4th and inches. They're gonna go for it. Why not? There's 5 seconds left. Looks like it's gonna be the last play of the half here as they throw it to the end zone. And it's picked off by Kyle Duggar. And he's got a return set up here. But he can't quite get out to the... Can't quite return it all the way. But that's his second pick of the game already. As we're finding those turnovers. And we're up 21-7 at the half. Defense has played well. Malik Cunningham is having maybe the best game of his career. So, it's been a good game. Of course, the rest of the games around the league are already over. Let's take a look here. The Bills beat the Jets. And that's it. We're the other two teams in the division. So, Atlanta beating Baltimore. Tampa Bay beating Pittsburgh. Just a couple notable games there. Malik Cunningham with 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. We'll stick with run inside. It did fine enough. And we'll defend the short pass. Why not? 2 turnovers there for Miami. Of course, we have not turned the ball over. We fumbled it twice, but we got it back each time. Malik Cunningham, of course, put the ball on the ground. But we were able to recover it, so it didn't hurt us too much. Tua getting it out quickly and nearly into the hands of, looked like Patrick Queen there. Bounced off the receiver's hands and then was almost intercepted. Tua getting it out again. There's a diving catch from Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill with only 3 catches today, but that one was pretty impressive. Would love to hold the Dolphins out of the end zone here. And Tua just kind of throw that one away. It looked like maybe he was trying to get it to his receiver. Don't know if the rain's maybe affecting him a little bit here. And getting that one out. Duggar on the tackle. It's another first down for the Dolphins. Gonna blitz with Patrick Queen here, and it's gonna be Greenfield with the sack. I'd like to see Langford get on the field a little more, but he's not been on the field too much here. Barmore, of course, at that rush D-tackle spot, so sees Langford get on the field a little less. Does have a tackle for loss today, though, the rookie. There's a catch. There's a first down. On third down, too, we could have got off the field. Really needed to get off the field there. And there's another interception. Christian Gonzalez. Just an inaccurate pass. And we're going to get the ball at the 13-yard line. 3 turnovers for Miami, all interceptions. There's a 2-yard rush. 8 rushes for 14 yards from Ramondre Stevenson. I think we're going to give it to him again, see if he can maybe do a little something here. He's able to do a little more there, brings up a 3rd and 3. Not sure I want to run the ball again, at least not with Ramondre Stevenson. Going to give it to Edwards-Helaire here. He's going to speed through that hole. He's going to pick up a big yards there. He's got 3 rushes for 43 yards. And can we get him back on the field here? We get him on the field for a screen. Picks up a couple of blocks. Nearly gets a first down. Now we can get him back on the field for a run. He's showing why he has remained on this team. 4 rushes for 47 yards. We go no huddle here. Go back to that play action crossers. Get it to Garrett Wilson again down to the 12-yard line. Give Ramondre Stevenson another chance here. He's going to take it up the middle. He's going to break a couple of tackles there and pick up about 6. Looking to take a 21-point lead here. Gonna hand it off to Ramondre Stevenson again. He's going to get us to 3rd and 1. Not suggesting many running plays here. Gonna get it out to Edwards-Helaire. That's a touchdown. He gets into the end zone with a receiving touchdown. Edwards-Helaire, he shows why he's still on this team. He might be the backup, but he plays an important role for us. Nine plays, 87 yards. And this game is well in hand. Malik Cunningham showing he's developed in the offseason. Showing that he's worked on cutting down those interceptions. 327 yards for us today. 73 of those on the ground. Tua gonna get it out over the middle here. And this game's not over yet. I mean, we still got the whole 4th quarter to go. If the Dolphins can score quickly here, they're right back in the game. Langford here trying to chase down Tua. And that one's going to be intercepted by Will Anderson Jr. Tua looked like he was trying to just throw it away there. Still tried to really get it to his receiver, though, and that led to the 4th interception of the day for Tua. Trying to get another run in. Now Ramondre Stevenson is hurt. Bounced right back up. It looks like they're working on his elbow there, maybe his shoulder. And we've tried to keep it balanced here today. 18 runs, 22 passes. It's 3rd and 4 now. I think we're going to call a screen here. And Edwards-Helaire can't get out of the pile there of blockers. And we don't need to bring Ramondre Stevenson back in. I don't think Evan McPherson can hit a 65-yard field goal. We're going to go for this 4th down. And Malik Cunningham just going to scramble for it. He picks up the 1st down. Edwards-Helaire going to get tackled for a loss of 1. And we're going to throw it deep here. Underthrown, trying to come back to the ball there. Lucky the defender didn't see that the ball was underthrown. Going to be caught, and that's just probably going to set up a better field goal here. 52 I feel much better about than the previous 65. That one's good. 1 for 2 on the day. Missed that one earlier. Not sure what happened on that one earlier. Sure, if I watch it back, it'll... Maybe we just stopped aiming the kick at the last second or something. I don't know. But we're up 31-7, so I mean, missed field goal earlier in the game doesn't really matter. Just got to keep making enough field goals because definitely don't want Evan McPherson to lose his superstar dev at the end of the season. 262 yards passing for us. We're also out rushing the Dolphins. The Dolphins have got down here and kind of got away from the run. Tua trying to get away from the pressure again, just throws it out of bounds. 4 interceptions for him today. I mean, we couldn't hope for anything better than that, really. Getting a lot of turnovers. And we were supposed to hold them to less than 200 passing yards, but at this point, I don't think that's going to happen. Unless they factor in sack yardage, but we're going to win this game. That's really all that matters. I don't care too much if we let them have 200 yards passing because they're not going to come back. There's not enough time in this game for them to come back without us making some serious mistakes. So they'd have to score. We'd have to turn it over several times. Don't think that's going to happen because we're going to play pretty conservatively going forward. So Jones not able to stop the pass there. Tua is 22 for 33. He's throwing the ball well. He's just turned it over several times. Duggar knocking the ball out there. Gonna get it to one of his receivers there. Might have been it was the tight end on the pass there. Gonna hand it off here. Only get about 2. Gonna hand it off again here. Gonna get him to 3rd and 2 here. Wonder if they would hand this off again. They're gonna throw it here. Throw it short, and that's incomplete. 4th and 2 here now. They have to go for it. A field goal does them no good at this point. Gonna throw it out to Tyreek Hill, and he's gonna have a completion out to the 6-yard line. Connor Williams is hurt on the play for the Dolphins. Kwity Paye's really been a non-factor today, but he's gotten a little. He's gotten some pressure on the quarterback, just not able to get any sacks. He's helped some of the other pressure get through, I think, a couple of times. So. The tough thing moving forward is probably going to be keeping this team together. Tua going to throw it away. 3rd and goal. They would definitely go for it if they don't get this on 3rd and goal. Duggar going to be blitzing. Kwity Paye getting pressure. Going to throw it across his body. That's incomplete. 4th and goal here. Bentley and Patrick Queen on the field here now. Going to blitz both of them. That's going to be incomplete. And we get the ball at the 6. 41 passes to only 9 runs for the Dolphins. We're going to run the ball here. And I would almost be fine with running this a couple of times and then punting. With how well our defenses play. Just don't want to make any mistakes here. Don't want to turn the ball over. Ramondre Stevenson. Gonna get tackled. I think we're gonna have to throw this here. I'd like to pick up a 1st down. Definitely don't want to go something like 4 verticals or something where it could get intercepted. But might try to get Alex Good involved. If not, we'll check it down to Edwards-Helaire. I think we're just gonna check it down to Edwards-Helaire here. He picks up a few. 4th and 3. If I'd waited another second, Good was coming open. We'll punt here. They get it at the 41. I mean, I'm fine with that. We kept them out of the end zone. They're going to have to drive back down the field again. Just going to take more time off the clock, and I don't know who Tua was looking for there. I don't know if that was supposed to be a screen and something happened. I don't know. That's a big completion. Gonna get it out to the 35 here. But the clock's running, and just over 3 minutes now. Sharp's had 5 tackles on the game. That's a screen. Patrick Queen gonna read it enough to only limit him to 4 yards. A-Chain's had 3 catches for 4 yards and had 4 on that one, so. Greenfield gonna break through the line, chasing Tua down. He's gonna throw it away. Didn't want to take the sack there. Does stop the clock as well. Throw it down the field. Pepper's going to make the tackle at the 10. Saves a touchdown from Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins haven't been very efficient in the red zone today. Greenfield breaking through the line again. Tua just going to throw it away. Still 2 seconds here before the 2-minute warning. Should be after this play. Tua going to throw it short. Going to pick up a few yards there. That's a touchdown. Finally let him into the end zone. Tyreek Hill. They're going for 2, I guess. Why not? No, it's out of bounds. They're not going to get the 2. Guessing they're going to kick an onside kick here. They do. Going to the ground for it is Mims. Malik Cunningham trying to get out on the counter play there. The sort of an option play. Dolphins not taking their timeouts. They've pretty much just conceded that they're going to lose now. Was hoping they'd give me some passing plays here, but they don't. I'm going to try to pick up the first down here. Try to get Malik Cunningham another pass. Going to get it to Good. He's got a first down. I'm going to go no huddle here. And we're just going to hand it off here to Ramondre Stevenson, who finally gets a nice run. We're going to go end around to Jamison Williams. He picks up several nice blocks. And Jamison Williams with the rushing touchdown. Really the only time he's been involved much at all today. And it's a touchdown in garbage time, but still a touchdown. We go 53 yards in 5 plays. 38-13, likely to be the final here. And we have dominated the Dolphins. And hopefully we can keep this up this season. I mean, Malik Cunningham, he played an excellent game. And I was good not turning the ball over. I didn't make any silly reads in this game, so. Defense played well enough. They forced those 4 interceptions from Tua. They may look to chuck it to the end zone here. Can actually throw it away. Not sure what they're going to do with only 3 seconds here. We're going to back off the defense a little bit. Tua scrambling around, throwing it to the sideline. And that's intercepted by Christian Gonzalez. Tua going to end the game with 5 picks. And that's your final 38-13. Malik Cunningham didn't complete a lot of his passes. But the ones that he did complete were, down the field. 15 for 27 for 316. 3 touchdowns. Had a long as 77. Tua, on the other hand, 30 for 52. 315. Malik Cunningham had more yards on half as many passes. Half as many attempts. And had more touchdowns and did not turn the ball over 5 times. So, Ramondre Stevenson, 16 for rushes for 49 yards. Edwards-Helaire, 6 rushes for 48 yards. And then we're just going to look at our team here. Good with 100 yards. Didn't have a touchdown. A little disappointing we weren't able to get him into the end zone, but that's okay. He still had a pretty big game. Edwards-Helaire had a touchdown. Garrett Wilson had a great game. A lot of it was in the first half, but had a 77-yard touchdown, I think. Had 163. And then we need to go back and look at rushing again because Jamison Williams also had a 15-yard rush for a touchdown. And then Malik Cunningham had a rushing touchdown. Defensively, not a lot of tackles for loss, and a big part of that is they just didn't run the ball. Had 3 sacks. Interceptions, 2 for Christian Gonzalez, 2 for Kyle Duggar, 1 for Will Anderson, which is a little surprising. No forced fumbles, which is fine when we have the interceptions. A couple of pass deflections. But total tackles, it was Kyle Duggar, it was Sharp, Patrick Queen had some. Not always a good thing when your secondary is the one making all the tackles. Usually that means you're giving up a lot of yards, but Sharp going to have an upgrade here. I think we'll go hybrid. He's really a zone guy. Going to get 1 man coverage, 2 pursuit, a tackle, and awareness. 1 on those last couple of things I said. So we'll take a look at the keys to victory here. A win is a win, but we're just still disappointed as a unit with our performance and inability to execute. You guys played well. It's all part of the process. It's a little scary knowing that we got the win. It can still be even better. Entire team got 1,000 XP. We got a few staff points. And we'll advance the week, see how the 49ers did in their first week, see if we have any scenarios or anything. And we have a tandem breakout on the offense. Your star player has inspired a teammate. So, weekly awards, it was actually Kyle Duggar with the weekly award, 2 interceptions, a sack, and 12 tackles. Trevor Lawrence won player of the week, and I would argue Malik Cunningham had a much better game. Maybe didn't have quite as many touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown, though. So, well, next week we will take on the 49ers. They're 1-0. And then after that, we've got the Dolphins again. So, get those divisional games against the Dolphins out of the way quickly. And hopefully we can hold up against the 49ers here before we take on the Dolphins again. And that next game against the Dolphins will be at home. So hopefully we can turn around and do the same thing. But that's going to do it for this one. I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.